Okay, guys, you've seen this. This is Kaiser Sunset, and I'm bringing this up because final filters are due now. Here are the pre, final, and exhaust filters. And I just want to show you the final filters, the readings, how low they are after 24 months. These two have carbon panels in front of the final filters, which is why they're reading high. For 18, we have to replace the mag. It's been reading the same for a while. It's broken. And number 17, number 7, and 3 are the only ones that are reading half an inch. Now, we replaced all the exhaust filters. They were in for 4 years, and it looks like we could do the same for Downy. I already shared the video that broke down what we get as far as lifespan on the pre-filters here at Kaiser Sunset. As you could see, the two that are highlighted in red are one is at 1 inch, one is approaching it. So we need to get on those pre-filters, and we'll do them at the same time we're doing the final filter since we're already doing them. But that's where I could really save Kaiser Permanente the most money is with final filters and exhaust filters because, like I said, if you look right now, we change them at 24 months, but there is not a pressure drop even close to needing to be changed. And we already have a time that Kaiser Sunset left Fiberbond multi-wedge final filters in place for 3 years. That was prior to our coming in and being handed the responsibility to maintain the filters. Hey Troy, Noveris. Hope everything's going well. Um, but there you have it. That's just Kaiser Sunset. Okay, uh, final filters are due. We do them every 24 months. You see the data. You see where the magnehelic readings are. According to magnehelic reading, pressure readings, none of them needs to be changed. Now, we go and we take a visual inspection and nothing. I mean, they're fine. So we already have history leaving them multi-wedge 95 final filters for 3 years and nothing at all. It's the pre-filters that do the bulk of the work. That's what I try to tell everybody. You get a good pre-filter, and that's going to extend the life of any final filter that you use, regardless of whether it's fiber bonds or not. Uh, the the main advantage is you could leave ours in for a long time due to Spor-Ax. You can't with anybody else's. You can't leave them in beyond 12 months. Uh, Even though the pressure reading, as you know, might indicate that you can, they're so vulnerable to molds and spores, you just can't do that. So with fiber bond products, you can leave them in, and then history, we already have data showing, our exhaust filters, not only in uh, Sunset, but also in Downy right now. Currently, exhaust filters have been in there for over 2 years, and the readings are very low, and they look fine. So I told them you could leave them in for 3 years because we've already done that over at Sunset. So there's no other product you could do that with, even if, again, the magnehelic pressure reading indicates that you can. They're so vulnerable to mold, you just can't do that. But with fiberbond products, ours have gone as long as 4, like it did here at Sunset. But we ended up changing them out just because that was long enough. But what that gives your engineers is time. When filters are due, you don't have to recruit everybody and have to get it all done in a couple of nights. A lot of people, a lot of overtime. Those are high costs. Here in Sunset, Sunset is one of the bigger Kaiser facilities, and I have two guys that could maintain pre-filters, final filters, and exhaust filters. Kaiser Downey found this out because they handle it in-house. So does Ontario and Harbor City. And they found this out. They found all this information out. We weren't exactly welcome with open arms in Downey. Scott Rhodes, who was under Noveris at West LA, had experience with us, went over to Downey, took us with him, told his engineers, I want these filters. They weren't really pleased about it. Nobody likes change, or maybe they were buddies with the previous vendor, but regardless, the boss wants them. They were doing them. And I tell you what, it didn't take very long to finally get some response for them. Andy Baca over there, who he was one of the guys that wasn't too happy about what happened, but he ended up coming up to me and he told me, he said, hey, the first thing he recognized was how low the initial static pressure to our pre-filters are. He was like, wow, I was really amazed by that. I said, yeah, but I told him, I said, wait till you see how they work. And then aren't they much easier to work with, to handle? I mean, no clips. You don't have to worry about gasketing. They're self-sealing. You pull out the old ones, pop in the new ones. Very, very simple procedure. And the labor intensity down to a bare minimum. And they recognize all that. They recognize all that. So, and with final filters, same thing. We could go 3 years. 3 years. So on exhaust filters, final filters, 3 years. And for some reason, if there's a time where there's a financial hiccup and you're at 3 years, you could leave them in longer. You can't do that with any other product without risk, high risk. And we already have history going this far with our filters in a number of Kaisers with no problems whatsoever. Actually decreases labor intensity. Your guys aren't so stressed. You don't have to recruit everybody to get it done in 2 nights or, 2 people, I kid you not, 2 guys being able to maintain West LA and LA Sunset. Big facilities. And then, like I said, the other facilities, these guys have really learned to appreciate how our product works. Not only how it works, but how much easier the product is for them to work with. It lowers that labor intensity to a bare minimum. So I not much more I could think of. If there's anything else I could present to you guys for the cause, please reach out to me and let me know. I'd be more than happy to provide you with whatever more information we need to make this happen. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks.